In the mid of the 19th century, a nation deeply divided faced its greatest trial, the American Civil War, an epic struggle that would determine the future of a young republic. Welcome to our in depth exploration of a conflict that changed the course of American history forever. The year was 1861. The Union, led by President Abraham Lincoln, sought to preserve a nation torn asunder by divisions over states' rights and slavery. Opposing them was the Confederacy, led by President Jefferson Davis, advocating for a separate nation where slavery would remain entrenched. The Civil War was sparked by deep-rooted issues, most notably the institution of slavery. The southern states, dependent on slavery for their agrarian economy, felt increasingly threatened by the growing abolitionist movement in the North. When Lincoln was elected, the South saw it as a direct threat to their way of life, leading to the secession of 11 states and formation of the Confederate States of America. The first shots were fired at Fort Sumter on April 12, 1861, igniting a 4-year struggle that would devastate the country. From the bloody fields of Antietam, where the single deadliest day in American military history unfolded, to the monumental Battle of Gettysburg, where the tide turned in the favor of the Union, the war was marked by intense and often tragic confrontations. The war was not only fought on the battlefield but also in the hearts and minds of a nation. It was a time of tremendous sacrifice, with over 6 lakh soldiers losing their lives. The conflict also brought significant social changes, including the role of women who took on new responsibilities as nurses and workers, and the courageous efforts of African Americans who fought for their freedom and the future of the Union. One of the most profound outcomes of the Civil War was the end of slavery. President Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation in 1863 declared that all enslaved people in Confederate-held territory were to be freed, a pivotal step toward the eventual abolition of slavery with the ratification of the 13th Amendment in 1865. As the war drew to a close, General Robert E. Lee's surrender at Appomattox Courthouse in April 1865 marked the end of the conflict. However, the nation was soon plunged into mourning with the assassination of Abraham Lincoln just days later. The post-war era, known as Reconstruction, would grapple with the challenges of rebuilding and reconciling a fractured country. Today, the legacy of the Civil War remains deeply ingrained in American history. The battlefields have become sacred grounds of remembrance, and the lessons learned continue to shape discussion on race, equality, and the national unity. The struggle to forge a more perfect union remains an ongoing journey. As we reflect on the Civil War, we remember both the pain and the progress that arose from the tumultuous period. Join us next time as we delve into more stories that define the course of history and the legacy of those who shaped our world.